Welcome back to my cave, once again, humans. I know beating this game on very hard difficulty isn't exactly anything to write home about. I mean, the AI isn't a pushover in this mode, but it's not legendary difficulty. You want to impress people, you gotta beat this game on legendary difficulty. And right now I'm just not that good. So, how about another one on very hard? I kind of just like showing off my characters anyway. I kind of wish they didn't get rid of the deer head. I know it was kind of the weakest of the animal heads, but it was still another option. I mean, there's just... I guess technically there's still the same number of options, depending on how much of the DLC you have in either this and Soul Calibur 5. Going through it, there's about the same amount of options, and if we're being technical, there's actually one more option in this game, the Rhino Head, but you kinda gotta mask it with, like, pachyderm pattern spheres and whatnot. Plus, there's a whole full-blown lizard species you can play as. That's right, Lizard Man went from being one single character to possibly all of them! Plus, this game has a story campaign, a pretty good one that I haven't really gotten that far into, but it's pretty deep compared to, like, 4 or 5's big mode, and my character in that is a lizard man. I know it doesn't really make sense for him to be a lizard man, but who cares? Okay, so anyway, you're probably thinking, wait, didn't you already play as this character? No, I played as her sister, Farah. This is Nora. And it's unsurprisingly that Farah and Nora use Cassandra and Sophitia souls respectively. Anyway, my first opponent's Siegfried. I don't face him that much. Not sure what to think about him. He's kind of the big slow guy, and I mean, big slow guy means easy to parry. You see that? And at the time of recording this, I hoped I would be able to do that more often, because I don't do a lot of deflecting in these runs. I don't know, I could never nail it down. But, Anyway, the cool thing about Cassandra and Sophitia is that they are both incredibly quick. They also have that shield for parrying. Surprisingly easy characters to play as. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe I will take on Legendary one day, and they might be my first... Oh boy. I guess we technically have a mirror match on our hands. 2 people using the exact same style, or a bird person and a human, or... Well, it's complicated. I know these characters, I know the animal heads are intended to just be masks, but come on! Who makes a character with the animal heads and intends for them to just be mere masks? Usually they're trying to represent their persona or something. The Frankensteiner! I don't know why, there's just this one wrestling game where the announcer announces whenever a wrestler does a Frankensteiner leg grab. It's just, I always found his voice kind of funny. Maybe I should look up that wrestling game or something. Then again, it's probably not as funny as I remember. Pretty sure it was a WWE game, and a pretty primitive one. Like, one of the first for the PS1.
Super special!
I have to be honest, I do not remember setting the music this low. I can barely hear it. Come on, that's no fun. Then again, I'm doing commentary. Should I really have the music that high? I don't remember turning it up or turning it down that low. Come on, do a Frankensteiner! How did she do it? That was like the first thing she did was go in for a neck snap to a Frankensteiner. How do I pull off the Frankensteiner? How many times am I gonna say Frankensteiner? And who exactly invented that move? Am I even using it right? Am I using the term right? Whoa, nice dodge. I think that deserves a quick Google search. Okay, after a quick Google search, the term was coined by Scott Rick Steiner, who was a pro wrestler I know very little about, to be honest. Technically, that was essentially what a Frankensteiner is, although a Frankensteiner is typically used against a running opponent. But, yeah, same thing. And oh boy, we're already at a tough one now. I don't remember how this run went down when I recorded it, but maybe I'll do a Frankensteiner eventually. And note to self, Baalf, don't say Frankensteiner again until you actually pull one off. Alright, so I'm facing one of the harder opponents in the game. This guy makes Aswell look like a wimp. His main weapon of choice is a pair of guitars, which aren't a very practical weapon, but this guy is quick, unpredictable, and just... It's hard to explain this guy, but he's been a staple of the series for, well, actually since Soul Blade. And I don't remember if I made this statement in a previous video, but when did the franchise become the Soul Calibur franchise? Because if we're going by the number of games, then this isn't Soul Calibur 6. This is Soul Calibur 7. What, does Soul Blade not count? That is Soul Calibur 1, and Soul Calibur 1 is Soul Calibur 2, and Soul Calibur 2 is Soul Calibur 3, and Soul Calibur 3 is Soul Calibur 4, and Soul Calibur 4 is Soul Calibur 5, and Soul Calibur... It's just, I don't get it. Why did we change the name of the franchise at the second game? Are you chronologically confused now, angry video game nerd? I do have to admit, so far, I've made Voldo look pretty easy. Like I said, Sophitia and Cassandra are pretty quick characters. Also, how good of a character is Sophitia considered? Because looking at Dash Fight, she's considered okay, but not top tier. Cassandra's considered high tier, though, and just, I guess, is Cassandra better than Sophitia? What advantages does Sophitia have over Cassandra? They're both pretty quick. And, if we want to be really ironic, Voldo is considered garbage here on Dash Fight. I wonder why I have such a hard time fighting him. I mean, the three characters I tend to have the hardest time fighting, in my opinion, are Voldo, Astaroth, and Yoshimitsu. Astaroth is considered, sorta mid-tier. He's a really hard character to play as, and, you really need to be good with grapplers. Yoshimitsu, on the other hand, is considered a pretty high-tier character. And to be fair, none of the characters in particular are pushovers in this game, but those are the three I have the most problems with. Also, notice I didn't comment on the fact that her head broke. I felt like I've commented on that so often, just what's the point of keep bringing it up? I wish we didn't have armor breaking. I've said it before, and I'll say it once more. Speaking of which, I want to talk about Yun Sung right now. I mean, when Cassandra was introduced, I think it was in, like, Soul Calibur 2, she was a playable character alongside Sophitia. And Sophitia was unlockable, and you might have thought that Cassandra replaced Sophitia. But then we have Yun Sung, who actually replaced Hwang Sung Young, not the same guy, as the one-handed THICC sword dude. Hwang Sung Young was not in the second game. Yun Sung had pretty much replaced her. Yet now, we have a reversal. Here we have Hwang Sung Young in the game, but not Yun Sung. Kind of ironic, actually. That's something else I'd probably mentioned before. Also, why is Hwang Sung Young always the fourth opponent? But then again, I notice in Legendary mode, the order is always the same. It's always Helix, then Mitsurugi, then I think Gro? I think Gro's the third opponent. I've never made it past Gro. And Hwang Sung Young right now is kicking my butt. Come on, guard. Oh! I am not good at guarding low. Being honest. I think that's something a lot of us aren't good at, but I'm particularly bad at it. My reaction time could be better. Have I even done another reflect attack? I did that, but that's not what I was talking about. See if I can capitalize. Nope. That was fail. Alright. Like I said, just a quick character. She can just lock you down with quick attacks if you're not good. Wow, that looked like I got off that exchange worse, but... Okay, let's... Oh, crap! Tried to do a super special, and he interrupted it. I'm not gonna do the same to him, am I? Dang it! He is tough! He can be. It varies. Oh, there again. I just interrupted his super move. Nice. Except, no, I didn't. That was something else. Baalf. Alright, who is next? We're going through the transition, and... come on. I've already mentioned it, that he's one of the three I tend to have problems with.
And really? Voldo's considered bottom tier? I mean, I always heard that Taki was considered bottom tier, but she's not quite bottom tier on Dash Fight. I'd have to look up what tier they put her at, but... Still, it's fine that I'm getting some hard fights. Bring them on. Like I said, very hard mode isn't super painfully difficult like Legendary mode. Like, very hard mode is about the right difficulty. It's hard, but it's fun hard. Legendary difficulty is frustrating hard. Maybe I'll do Legendary mode one day, but I am not someone who learns fighting games that well. Like, Mortal Kombat X, that's too hard for me. I don't think I could ever, in a million years, beat the hardest difficulty of arcade mode in Mortal Kombat X, not even with my best character. Just going to say that now. Speaking of which, it's been a while since I did one for Street Fighter V. I mean, Street Fighter V doesn't have a character creator, so maybe that's why. And right now, I'm making Yoshimitsu look like a wimp, so...
Super special!
I don't know what my obsession is with pasting the super special voice clip over every time I pull off a super move and it kills the opponent. I guess it's just one of those quirks. We all got one. So far, this is not the Yoshimitsu I normally have problems with. Oh, there we go. Now he's doing something super duper. Come on, do the Frankensteiner. Oh boy. Ha! Gotten better at those parries. And, ooh. Of course, the follow-up, that's a rock, paper, scissors thing. And that's another opponent down. No doy. Let's see who we have to fight next. Oh, tell him. She's one with the wind. What a coincidence. Nora is too. Let's see which of these windy Wendies will come out on top. Alright. And here we are, at the point of the video where I don't have much to say anymore. But I gotta stop ranting. I mean, I had several chances to talk about you-know-what, and I just gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop reminding people what my opinions are. At least where they don't belong. And, I have a Rage Baalf rant video I really want to make. And, oh boy. I think I've got all my points figured out, but I'm probably going to disable comments for the video because I'm really getting sick and tired of going on a rant just to let out some frustration with media and then have people harass me over my opinion. So, if I do make the Rage Baalf rant, I'm gonna disable comments. Aside from doing arcade runs, I'm wondering if I should do anything else with these characters. Like, I said I kind of wanted to make my own story with them, and I haven't really done anything like that. Not yet, anyway. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what my next episode of the hero and his giant fluffy beast is gonna be like. I mean, I got the general idea. The hero's out of commission, the giant fluffy beast has to go on a fetch quest or something, and, I just need to work up the motivation, because it took me a long time to work up the motivation for episode 5. And right now I'm kind of feeling the same with my Masked Singer Storytime videos, which I don't know why I'm posting them here because it's not video game related, but then again, I have nowhere else to go with them. There are no video sites out there besides YouTube. I'm sure there are, but none where I can it's hard to explain. Oh, I lost a round. Okay, maybe this girl will give me a challenge. Alright, let's see what you got. For most of the fights, I've noticed Rushdown really works against these characters. Again, Sophitia is a pretty fast opponent and into the pit. Hey vey. At least I've been using that deflective move pretty effectively. And what are you doing, Baalf? I guess I just locked up there. Oy vey. Uh-oh. So what tactic should I do? Okay. And... could be worse. Come on, finisher. Oh, there we go. That was something super duper. And I'm sure I had no idea how I pulled that off at the time. Alright. 2 more enemies to go. Let's see who we got next. Alright, let's see. We got... Whoa! This one might be a good one. I already took you out once, Nightmare. But you were Siegfried at the time. Let's see if I can take you out now with your, evil persona. I'm not sure. They're the same guy, right? Is Siegfried even considered good Nightmare? I don't know. I don't really follow the stories of these games. I kind of just like making characters. Alright, Nightmare is considered a pretty high-tier character in spite of being kinda slow. But because he's slow, you might be able to deflect a lot of his attacks more easily. I mean, he seems to be doing it quite well against me, so, Once again, rush down. And still not able to do a frickin' Frankensteiner! Leavey. Come on, Nora! Frankensteiner! I'm not gonna chant that all video, but I still got 2 more chances to pull it off. I am not sure how Sophitia did it. I am not sure how AI Sophitia pulled off the neck snap to Frankensteiner. I guess I mostly just care about winning. I want these fights to be interesting, but I still want to win, and if I try to take too many risks, then I'm gonna lose. But, whatever. Okay. You're on top. I know Nightmare can be a tough opponent, but come on. How bad can he be? Have I deflected any of his attacks yet? Oh my god, he is good at deflecting my attacks, dang it! Alright, you're still on top though. You're still on top. Her head broke again. I really wish you could turn armor breaking off. Ugh. Just that's all I've been asking for all these generations. Let me turn armor breaking off. Please. That's all I've ever wanted. I mean, that's not all I've ever wanted, but it's a big thing I've always wanted since Soul Calibur 4. I've never played the third game. Is armor breaking in the third game? Because it wasn't in the first or second game, nor was it in Soul Blade, and here comes another
Super special!
And okay, that was kind of cool when I broke his helmet off, because if you look closely, yeah, it's Siegfried, alright. Nice.
Good fight.
But my character is not supposed to be a human! As usual, the final opponent is Aswell. Like I said, he is not the hardest opponent in the game, but this is the last opponent, and it's easy to get nervous against him. But I've done well. I've done... let's just watch the fight, shall we? And being honest, Aswell does stand out as being a magic user, especially among all the sword wielders, and I'd have to count, but how many sword wielders are there? There's the 2 samurai, the 2 sword and shield users, there's Huang Sun Young, there's the 2 big sword guys. I guess Kroll kinda counts with his Darth Maul inspired sword. Anyone I'm missing? Oh yeah, there's the 2 rapier users. Nice! But that's not the Frankensteiner! Am I missing any? Oh yeah, there's the dual-wielding Dweebenheimer. And oh, there's a 3rd samurai! I keep forgetting Yoshimitsu. And I just fought Yoshimitsu! How did I forget him?
It's time.
And there's also the other dual-wielding Dweebenheimer. I keep forgetting there's 2 dual-wielding Dweebenheimers in this game. Cervantes and Geralt. Geralt? Yeah, who cares? And oh wait, there's a 4th samurai! I keep forgetting Setsuka! Then again, does she count as a samurai? She doesn't have the iconic curved sword like the other samurais do. Hers is kinda straight. Anyone else? Oh yeah, Zhang Hua! Wow, there are a lot of sword wielders. And I guess 2B has tons of swords, and 1 more for the books.
Super special!
And let's not forget Ivy, with her iconic whip sword. She may not have invented the whip sword. I believe Jean d'Ulk from World Heroes had it first. Though I don't know where its true origins are, but come on. Ivy's the one that made it icon. Who the cares about Jean d'Ulk? I mean, I sometimes go back and play the World Heroes games on my Neo Geo emulator, but they're kinda Though, speaking of World Heroes, there's this character named Ryoko, who is based off a real-life judo queen. And the game Fighter's History has another Ryoko based off the same person, and I kind of like her more because there's a clear inspiration with her moveset, and I have to be honest... Wait, I won? Already? Alright! That's another one for the books! Now, where was I? Oh yeah, I was gonna say I kind of have a soft spot for Fighter's History Dynamite. Maybe I'll buy that one day, and maybe I'll do a video on it, though I don't think I've ever been able to beat the whole game in 1 quarter, and I'm a 1 quarter guy when it comes to fighting games. But hey, are you still here? Want to stick around for the mirror match? It could be legendary.
Welcome to the stage of history.
Now, let's get one thing out of the way. I am not controlling either of these characters. This is between 2 CPU opponents. But it's kind of something I like to do with these.
Sophitia.
Not sure why. I guess I just want to show off an alternate palette of my characters. But what do I have planned with Nora this time?
Soul of
Ooh,
Sophitia.
pretty. Not sure entirely what my inspiration was, but I'd say it looks nice. Alright, let's see which of these two wins. Also, I'm just gonna say this, I have a new rule when it comes to these mirror matches. If anyone's head comes off, the fight restarts, because I am really getting sick of that. I know I've said that before, but just gonna say it again.
My, you look like fun.
Alright, time to start the match.
One.
Who will come out on top? Let's find out. And now I think about it, I'm out of things to say again. I guess Whoa, that was quick. That was quick.
Victory goes to
It's like
the last one standing.
Blue Nora didn't even work up a sweat there. Can Green Nora counter? Let's find out. Oh boy, doesn't look like it so far. Come on, Green Nora, you can do better than that, can't you? Alright, come on. Come on, baby. Again, I suppose I could talk about Fighter's History Dynamite. I mean, I know it's a blatant knockoff of Street Fighter 2, but it's actually a competent one. I'm actually kind of surprised, and playing as all the characters, it felt like they knew what they were doing. Each character has a clear idea of what they want with their moveset. Well, most of them anyway. There do seem to be a few all-rounders, but then you got zoners like Ray, whose tools are surprisingly good for keep away, and then you got the pure grappler Ryoko. Then you got Mars Torius, who's like the heavy grappler with moves that are sort of an attempt to... what's the word? He's not very good at jumping. He has moves that try to compensate, but don't really do that well in that department. And there's other characters, but the characters themselves aren't all that interesting. I mean, it's a Street Fighter 2 knockoff, what do you expect? Heck, Mars Torius is probably based off real-life wrestler Bruiser Brody. You got your typical Ryu knockoff, your karate guy, your Muay Thai guy, and holy cow, Nora! I mean, Green Nora. That was a big comeback. Like, just, were you just messing around in the first round? Because how do you go from being perfected to winning the entire match with the rest of the rounds? I mean, I don't know what to say other than I'm Baalf, and the cave is closed.